Today we are going to be going over how to lose body fat and why you have been failing. So if you have been trying to lose body fat and it hasn't been working for you, that's what we're going to be addressing in today's video. So I lost 100 pounds in a 6-month period when I first got into fitness, and I've been able to stay in shape, keep the weight off, and help other people do the same. If you're somebody who is trying to lose body fat, whether or not you have 100 pounds to lose, 20 pounds to lose, you want to get a six-pack, or if you want to get a flat stomach, you might want to lose back rolls, you might want to lose belly fat, you might want to lose arm fat, you might be skinny fat and you're trying to tone up. That's what we're talking about now. Let's start from the top. So to lose body fat, you have to be in a calorie deficit. So if you have fat to lose, you lose fat by being in a calorie deficit. What is a calorie deficit? Our bodies uses calories for energy. The same way cars run on gasoline. You put gas in a car and the car burns the gasoline and it uses that for fuel. When we drink things with calories in it, or if we eat food that has calories in it, our bodies uses those calories for fuel. The same way cars use gas for fuel, we use calories for fuel. So you might burn this many calories. When you are trying to be in a calorie deficit, you need to undereat, meaning you need to eat less calories than your body needs. And instead of your body just shutting off the same way a car does, your body starts eating, literally eating away at your stored body fat. That is how you lose body fat. How to be in a calorie deficit. We want to increase the amount of calories our bodies burn, and we can do that by doing more cardio or just by being more active in general. And we also need to make sure we are eating less calories. So the less and less calories we eat, the bigger the calorie deficit is going to be, meaning the faster we are going to lose weight. Let me give you an example of a daily routine that will have you in a calorie deficit. So we're going to start off with the cardio. 1 hour of cardio, bare minimum, every day. The reason why? Because now the body is going to be burning more calories. Number 2, the meals. I'm just going to eat meat and vegetables. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Only snack on a little bit of fruit later in the day. Why? Because that meal plan is very low in the calories and it's pretty filling, so you're not going to be starving. I would also be lifting weights 3 days a week. Why? When you're in a calorie deficit, your body wants to burn fat and it wants to burn muscle. In order to keep your muscle, you need to be lifting weights, so your body is getting a signal saying, hey, we need this muscle. There is something else. Tracking your calories. The way that you track your calories is you can download MyFitnessPal. You just put in exactly what you ate and the measurement of what you ate. So you need to be weighing your food and keeping track of it. Yes, it's tedious, but the same way, if we're trying to get better with our money, we need to be on top of our finances. If you're trying to get better with your diet, you need to be on top of what you're eating. Next, how do you know specifically how many calories you should be eating? Step number 1, you go to Google. You type in calorie calculator. So we find a calorie calculator. They all pretty much work. Just go to Google, type in calorie calculator, and any one will do. You just put in your age, your height, your weight, your gender, and your activity level. And then it's just going to tell you an estimate on how many calories you need to be eating to be in a calorie deficit. Then you use the MyFitnessPal thing, and that just makes sure you eat that correct amount of calories and you don't go overboard. I know that stuff can be a little confusing, but it is definitely worth dedicating the 10 minutes that it's going to take to figuring that out. That is being in a calorie deficit. If you're trying to lose body fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Now we're going to talk about what to eat and how to eat for fat loss. Okay, so this is going to help us be in a calorie deficit. So an easy way to structure your plate whenever you are trying to lose body fat, you want to have 5 to 8 ounces of protein on the plate. Okay, 5 ounces for women, closer to 8 ounces, maybe 9 ounces for men. The bigger you are, the more muscle you have, the more protein you're going to need. The second component is you want to have 3 to 4 cups of mixed vegetables on your plate. We want to have a small serving of carbs. That is optional. That's only if you really crave carbs. Chances are, if you're trying to lose body fat, you don't really need it. But if you're craving it, you can do a small serving of carbs. The other component would be some healthy fats. So you can add in a small serving of healthy fats. A few examples could be 1 tablespoon of olive oil or half of an avocado. You got to be careful whenever you are adding oil, butter, or avocado to your food, because fats are very calorie dense. Now, how many meals a day should you be eating? You want to do 3 meals a day. 3 meals a day. All right, your breakfast, your lunch, and dinner. All right, so that's the rules on how we want to eat for fat loss. All right, 3 meals a day. On every plate, we need to have a protein source, 5 to 9 ounces. We need to have 3 to 4 cups of some veggies and a small serving of healthy fats like half an avocado. We're gonna eat like that, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No matter if we gotta go to a fast food restaurant to eat like that, we gotta go to a diner, whether or not we traveling, those are going to be the meals. If we want to snack, we're going to snack on fruit. We're going to throw away all the temptation, all the snacks. We're not even going to have that stuff in our surroundings. It's going to be impossible for us to deviate from our meal plan. Next, how to do your cardio for fat loss. Remember, when we're trying to be in a calorie deficit, we got to be burning more calories than we are eating. So how do we burn more calories? We start doing more cardio or just more physical activity. How much cardio? You want to get in at least an hour a day. Don't even think of this as cardio. Think of this as a lifestyle. 10 years from now, it should be, I got to get in an hour of physical activity. Whether or not I walk, I go play pickleball, or I dance, I got to get in an hour of physical activity. That just needs to be your standard. Right? If it's a day where you tired, you feeling lazy, I got to go get in a walk at least. I got to get this done. I like to do it at the beginning of my day, especially if I was a beginner. I would do it as soon as I woke up just to get it out the way and let that become a habit for you. Now, what to do for cardio? You can walk. You can use the Stairmaster. You can use the treadmill with the incline. You can run. You can swim. You can dance. You can play a sport. You can do whatever you want to do that gets your heart rate up and has you moving. All right, next, weightlifting for fat loss. So weightlifting does not directly help you lose body fat. Weightlifting will help you keep your muscle or build muscle while you're losing body fat. You want to split up your weightlifting into 2 components, right? You want to have a lower body focus day and an upper body focus day. What weightlifting exercises should you be doing? For lower body, doing things that work your lower body muscles. So your squats, your lunges, your leg press, your leg extensions, your leg curls, your glute bridges or your hip thrusts or your glute kickbacks. You want to do exercises that target your lower body muscles. For your upper body, you want to do exercises that target your upper body muscles. So maybe your push-ups or your bench press or your bicep curls or your tricep extensions or your shoulder presses or your back rows. You just want to target every muscle group at least twice a week. Okay? Well, at least once a week, really. But if you can hit each muscle group twice a week, that's usually going to be better for most people. Now, how many days a week should I be lifting weights? So I recommend for most men, they do at least 4. 2 days a week should be lower body focus. 2 days a week should be upper body focus because you want to develop nice and even. Now, for most women, you could do 3 to 4 days a week of weightlifting. Most women, their main focus on their lower body. So if you want to do 2 lower body workouts a week and just 1 upper body and core workout a week, that's fine. But you can also do 2 and 2. You can do 2 days lower body, 2 days upper body, which is what I would recommend. But you do have that flexibility. All right. Now, if you've been doing all of this, right? Let's say you are following a meal plan, you're doing your cardio and you're lifting weights and you are not losing any weight. How do we fix this? What I have seen, I'll give the example of one of my clients, right? For 2 months, following a meal plan, doing the cardio and doing her workouts, not losing any weight. Definitely was getting stronger, so building some muscle and probably losing body fat kind of slow, but we wanted to see weight loss. Okay, how do we fix it? We analyze the diet. Are you sticking to your diet 100%? Are you having any weekend treats, any late night snacking at all? If you are, you got to cut that out immediately. Stick to your diet strictly. If you are sticking to your diet strictly, we're going to look at your diet. Is your diet strict enough? Like, are the calories low enough? Right? If you're somebody who's very inactive, then your calories need to be very low. That's the second thing. Now, the third thing is you're looking at your activity level. If you are very, very inactive, it's like this person was only doing 30 minutes of cardio, which was just regular walking outside, that's not enough. So this is what we did. We ramped up that cardio. We're not just going to walk outside for 30 minutes a day. We're going to get on that treadmill, put the incline up, and we're going to do that bare minimum an hour every single day. And what happened? Dropped 4 pounds the first week. No, not even. Dropped 5 pounds the first week. I just checked the stats. I'm like, there we go. That's what we got to do. Like I said, sometimes we have to force fat loss to happen. A few other things that people do that stop them from losing body fat is they'll be grazing, meaning they'll be sticking to the meal plan, but they'll be snacking on little things here and there. You got to cut that out. The weekends, you got to stick to your meal plan on the weekends. Same way you eat on Monday and Tuesday, you should be eating just like that on Saturday and Sunday. Also, be more active. If you're somebody who's sitting down a lot, you either got to ramp up the cardio or you need to just ramp up your step count. Go for 10,000 steps a day and do an hour of cardio every day. No extra ingredients in your meals. If you're eating chicken breast and broccoli, right? Let's say that's all you're eating, you'll be melting body fat, right? But if you are, you could even ruin a meal like that if you add a crazy amount of olive oil and a whole bunch of like butter to your meals. I remember I used to see clients, cooking their food, and I'm looking at the photo. I'm like, hey, are you adding butter to this? It looks kind of buttery in this picture. Those little extra ingredients can definitely mess you up. That is how you lose body fat and what to do if you have been stuck at a plateau and you're not losing body fat. So if you're not losing body fat, that is how you fix it. Now, for all the people that would like one-on-one coaching, you can comment the word coach below and I'll reach out to you. For all the other people that would like a free meal plan and workout plan to follow at your own pace, you can download the Better You, Better Society fitness app. It's on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. It is Better You, Better Society, same as the name here. All right, everybody. Peace out. God bless you. Later.